Apache Zeppelin is a web-based notebook and it is a wonderful tool we can use with our Apache Cassandra and Apache Spark. I will click on this download option. As you can see here, most recent version of Apache Zeppelin was released in December 2020. I will click on this button. As you can see here, we have several mirrors where we can download this software from. I have logged into one of my Linux boxes. Using wget, I'm going to download Zeppelin software. I will now extract the Apache Zeppelin software we have downloaded. I will create a soft link for the Zeppelin folder. I will create few folders which are required for Zeppelin. Using chmod command, I have also set the permissions for the Zeppelin folder. Zeppelin software comes with a template for the Zeppelin env.sh file. I will make a copy of that. I will now modify my Zeppelin env.sh file. As you can see here, I have added these entries. I will now save and close this file. Using chmod command, I will make my Zeppelin n.sh file an executable. If Apache Zeppelin is already running, using this command, we can stop the process. As you can see here, Zeppelin is not running on this server. Using this command, I will start Apache Zeppelin on this server. Apache Zeppelin has started. The web-based notebook now is available via web browser. This is the Apache Zeppelin web-based notebook interface. The first thing I would like to configure is Cassandra and Spark interpreters. I will click on interpreter option here. I'm going to edit the Spark configuration. First thing we'll set here is the Spark master. My Spark master is running on this URL. I will include one jar file for Spark. I will uncheck this enable supported Spark version check. I'm running most recent version of Spark and I don't want Zeppelin to verify my Spark version. I will now save the Spark configuration. I will scroll down and find Cassandra section. I will now edit the Cassandra configuration. I have a 3-node Cassandra cluster and I will provide a couple of IPs from my Cassandra cluster. My Cassandra cluster name is HZD cluster. I will provide the Cassandra credentials to log into Cassandra cluster. I will now save the Cassandra configuration. I will go to the notebook option and create a new notebook. I have changed the default interpreter to be Cassandra. On my Zeppelin notebook, if I want to run a Cassandra command, I need to type %Cassandra. I want to run this select statement. I will click on run. As you can see here, I'm now connected to my Cassandra cluster. In the second cell, I'm going to run a different command. As you can see here, these are the two peers available in our Cassandra cluster. We can run Spark commands by starting with percentile Spark, and I would like to check my Spark version. As you can see here, we were able to connect to our Spark cluster, and my Spark version is 3.1.1. I'm going to run a little bit more complicated code on Spark. Internally, Spark will connect to Cassandra using the Spark Cassandra connector, and it will run a Spark SQL on a Cassandra table. As you can see here, we got the data which was stored in Cassandra via Spark job. Let me show you one more cool feature of Apache Zeppelin. As you can see here, I have executed a very simple select command on my Cassandra cluster. Results are displayed in a simple table format. Using these options, I can build a bar chart or a pie chart or a line chart. We have an option to build an area chart or a scatter chart. Apache Zeppelin, without any extra plugins, will be able to visualize our data. In this session, we were able to download, install, and configure Apache Zeppelin. We were able to configure Apache Zeppelin to connect to our Cassandra cluster and Spark cluster. We also verified that we can use Spark Cassandra connector to run a Spark job to connect to our Cassandra cluster and perform some operations. Apache Zeppelin is a wonderful web-based notebook and hope you like it.